My name is Grace Helmer and I'm a British illustrator based in London. On a typical day, I'll walk to the studio, and while walking I'll think about what I have to do that day and kind of mentally prepare for it. Our studio is under a railway arch, part of an independent cinema in South London. So we hear the trains going overhead and the film's in the next room, and there's also a boxing gym next door. And there are a lot of illustrators here at the studio, but also painters and stained glass artists, musicians, sculptors, people doing like woodwork. It's nice to be surrounded by people all working on their own things, and when we're stuck with ideas we can like get help from other people, just ask someone their opinion, and when it's sunny we can have lunch outside in the park. When I was growing up I loved reading, would read a lot of fiction and get super absorbed into stories. So then for my work I'm inspired by it, like that atmosphere in a story, the thing that makes me really absorbed by it, the like feelings and memories of places, and colour is also really important. So usually I'll have an idea in my head, or I've been given a brief and do some quick thumbnail sketches. Then often I'll work up a rough on my iPad so I can quickly sketch and plan colours, and then I paint it. After it's painted I'll scan it in and maybe adjust some colours or shapes digitally until it feels right. I try to avoid editing too much after on the computer because I want to keep the mistakes in and keep it more spontaneous. My work's colourful, hand-painted, layered, smudgy. I use oil paints most of the time, but in thin layers, which I suppose is quite different to how most people would use oil paints, or traditionally how they're used. So people are often surprised when they find out it's that. Yeah, maybe once a year or so something will come up, like an exhibition or book fair. That would mean travelling and working. Most of the time it has been self-initiated. So, for example, a few years ago my friend Charlotte and I wanted to go back to Japan, so we booked a trip, but then decided we should try to do a small exhibition while we were there. So I contacted some galleries and ended up having a small show in Tokyo. And then after we did that, it made it seem more possible to do that in other places and go to other countries and meet different artists and get new perspectives. I guess I'm fascinated with Japan because I love the contrast of the countryside and the city and the natural and the built-up areas. There's something about the light and the layers and colours of everything all jumbled up next to each other that I could stare at forever. Having shows in Japan and making friends there has been amazing, and hearing the different ways people would think about my work and their approach to art is inspiring. And also all the food. In London I wasn't sure exactly where my work fit in, but travelling around has given me more confidence both at home and away, that there is just so much out there and so many different places for work to exist and people to meet. No, that's the thing.